Welcome, truth seekers, to Weird World War. Today, we journey to the blood-soaked plains and frozen forests of the Eastern Front, a place where the line between life and death blurred, and where many soldiers claim to have encountered something more. The Eastern Front was a conflict of unprecedented scale and savagery. Millions perished, and the sheer volume of human suffering seemed to rip holes in the fabric of reality itself. It was here, amidst the mud, the snow, and the ceaseless horror, that tales of the supernatural began to emerge. One of the most persistent legends speaks of the Phantom Division. Soviet and German soldiers, independently, reported seeing spectral platoons marching through no man's land, their uniforms tattered, their faces gaunt and gray. They would appear, seemingly out of nowhere, only to vanish moments later, leaving behind an unnerving chill. Could these have been the lingering echoes of fallen units, forever marching towards a battle that ended decades ago? Or perhaps, as some survivors claimed, they were warnings from beyond, spirits trying to communicate with the living. Consider the chilling account of Brave Ivan Volkov, a Soviet scout operating near Stalingrad in the winter of 1942. Volkov reported stumbling upon an abandoned German trench, seemingly deserted, but as he moved through it, he heard faint German voices, clear as day, discussing orders and troop movements. He even saw fleeting shadows in his periphery. Yet, when he spun around, there was nothing. The voices faded, replaced only by the biting wind. Volkov, a hardened veteran, was so shaken he reported it to his superior. His officer, surprisingly, didn't dismiss it. Similar stories were circulating throughout the ranks. Tales of ghostly communications, disembodied voices, and even the sounds of phantom battles raging in deserted territories. But it wasn't just auditory phenomena. Soldiers on both sides spoke of bizarre premonitions and collective visions. One German artillery unit, preparing for a dawn bombardment, suddenly stopped. Several men, seemingly overcome by a shared dread, refused to fire. They claimed to see a fleeting vision of their own guns, exploding, killing them all. Der Commander furious, threatened Korn. But before he could act, a lone Soviet bomber, thought to be miles away, emerged from the clouds and directly hit their ammunition dump. The explosion was catastrophic, wiping out the entire unit, except for the few who had heeded the ghostly warning and refused to participate. Was this merely a coincidence? Or did these soldiers tap into some collective unconscious, a shared psychic awareness, amplified by the extreme stress and proximity to death? The Eastern Front, with its immense suffering, might have been a crucible for such strange occurrences. The stories don't stop there. There are accounts of angelic interventions, where soldiers, on the brink of death, claim to see glowing figures or feel an invisible force guide them to safety, only to find themselves inexplicably miles from danger. And then there are the cursed artifacts. Many soldiers believe certain objects carried malevolent spirits. German helmets found on dead Soviets, or Soviet medals taken from fallen Germans. Those who possessed them often met grim fates, leading to superstitions and a profound fear of disturbing the dead. The Eastern Front remains one of history's most tragic chapters. But beyond the battles and the bloodshed, lie these whispered tales. These unexplained occurrences that challenge our understanding of reality. Were they merely the hallucinations of traumatized minds? Or did the sheer scale of death and despair truly tear open a veil between worlds? The answers remain elusive, lost to time and the chilling depths of human memory. But the ghosts of the Eastern Front, whether real or imagined, continue to remind us that some horrors extend far beyond the battlefield. What do you think happened on the Eastern Front? Let us know in the comments below. If you found these stories as unsettling as we did, be sure to like this video and subscribe to Weird World War 4, more journeys into the strange and unexplained corners of history. Until next time, stay curious and stay vigilant.